everyone, welcome to Talent Sprint series on most frequently asked coding questions. In this series, we are taking a look at a variety of questions asked in interviews as well as technical examinations. We are not only providing you the solution of the problems, but we are also giving you tips and pointers along the way to help improve your coding practices. Today we are going to write a program to print prime factors of a given number. So let me first explain you the concept. Prime factors are the prime numbers that divide your number exactly. So for example here, 315 is the number in question. So its prime factors are 3, 5 and 7. Since the multiplication of 3, 5 and 7 can get you the number. So 3 into 3 into 5 into 7 is 350. Now prime factorization is finding which prime numbers multiply together to give you your output number. So let's move on to the program slide. So as you see here, we have written a function prime factors that takes our number as input parameter. Alright. So first off, what we have done is we have divided our number by 2 to check if the remainder is 0 or not. And if the remainder is 0, we are dividing the number by 2. So we are eliminating 2 out of our equation. So we'll keep on dividing our number by 2 to find out if the remainder is 0, and if the remainder comes out to be 0, we'll again divide the number by 2. Once this whole process is done, also since 2 we have checked already, we are printing 2 here. And once this is done, we are moving on to the next part, wherein we first call the square root function on our number to get the square root of the number. So you don't have to exactly calculate the square root. What you can do is you can multiply two numbers and keep on increasing those numbers to reach a stage where the multiplication of those two numbers comes precisely closer to the number that you are finding the square root for. So once you have those multiplicative numbers, that is closer to the square root of that number. So then further on, you have to divide your number by all those numbers to see if there are any prime factors in the range. So continuing, we'll discuss the square root, how we have calculated in the next slide. Here let's say we have called our function on our number, and the square root is stored in square root underscore n. Further on, what we are doing is we are traversing in the loop from I is equals to 3. Since 2 we have already checked for, we are moving on from I is equals to 3 to I less than equal to the square root. So you don't have to test for all the way up to the number. You have to only test till the square root of the number. So I less than equal to the square root of number, and I is equals to I plus 2. If num mod I is double equals to 0, then print that number. If it is not, then move on. And eventually you will get the list of your prime factors like this. Let me show you the square root function. So here we have the implementation of square root function. We have passed our number as input parameter to the function, and we are starting off from f is equals to 1. So like I said, we'll multiply 1 with 1 and check if it is closest to num. If further on, we are incrementing f to again check. So let's say your number is 20. You'll start off by 1, 2. 2 into 2, 4. 4 is still less than 20. Move on. 3. 3 into 3, 9. 9 is still less than 20. Again, next iteration. 4, 4, 16. Less than 20. Again, 5, 5 is 25. Greater than 20. So you don't go into the 5 territory. So the last number whose multiplication gave you less than 20 result was 4. So we are returning 4 here. So it's, as you can see, it's not exactly the square root because we don't need it. We need a number closest to the square root of the number to test for our prime factors till there. Now let's quickly see the main. As you can see in this main function, we have initially shown the declaration of the two functions that we have seen before, the square root and the prime factors, and inside we have taken the num 315, called on our function prime factors on the number 315, and the output would be 3357. I hope you are learning something new and interesting in each and every video that we are putting up for you. We'll see you in the next video soon, and if you have any questions, please drop a mail to the email ID mentioned on the screen. Thank you and happy coding.